mistakes you need to avoid when selling your home to get the maximum dollars? Stand by today and I'm going to tell you. Hey, it's Eric, call sign Nuke, and guess what? It's casual day. You don't see me wearing a nice polo today. Don't worry about it. I decided to just let it loose just a little bit. And I'm just getting fatter and fatter thanks to COVID-19. Or should I call it COVID-50? Okay, so we started talking about selling your home. Here's some tips that you need to think about. Hate to tell you, you've lived there a long time. You love your home. Now it's a house. It's a commodity that you're trying to sell. It's the same as if you're selling widgets. Now, I know there's a little bit of connection to your house. You could have raised your kids there. You could have grown up there yourself. And I understand that. The thing is, the buyer, they are the ones who are going to make that their home. They're the ones who are going to raise their children. And their children are going to move up there. Or it's going to be a single individual who's going to buy your home. No matter what, it becomes their home. So take the emotion out of it and just think of it for what it is, a business decision where you want to get the most money possible out of it. You always have the question, do you sell the house yourself and forego an agent? Now, I'm just going to be deadly honest. In this day and age, you can possibly do that because anything that is properly priced is going to fly off the shelf. Now, here's the thing. The majority of those that fall off the shelf still have an agent involved at some point, aka the buyer's agent. The buyers who are looking for a house that you try to sell yourself, they are mainly going to be looking for things like a bargain. They see a person who's selling their house as a potential bargain. So it's kind of like, think of it this way. When you go to a garage sale, do you plan to spend the same amount that you spend in the store? When you put your house on Craigslist, on the Big Z, with a Make Me Move or any of that stuff, you've just put a garage sale sign on your house. So expect garage sale responses. It's just a fact. You can sell, but those will involve an agent, and some of those agents are going to expect compensation. I know some people will go, well, I'll only give the agent 2%, 1.5%, something like that. And then we'll start asking a billion questions, opening legal jeopardy for that agent. So when you see that agent not responding to you, they don't want to be sued. That's just bottom line. Some of the other things to consider. Setting your price. It needs to be realistic. You have to take into account what other houses are selling for. No one's buying your house to give you the money you need to buy your next house. I hate to be the one to tell you. I keep saying that. I hate to be the one to tell you. It's called bottom line truth. And it really is. If your neighbor's homes are selling for $400,000 and you want $450 for your house, that's because you want $450 for your house. You see, there's this little thing. Unless someone's paying cash, they have to get a loan from the bank. And the bank lends based on the appraised value. So if it appraises for $400,000, that's all they can give you. Setting an unrealistic price because it's something you want, or the old, I'm going to set the price low, or set the price high because I know they're going to offer low. It's counterintuitive. Believe it or not, setting the price low may actually get you more money. I had a conversation this morning with an agent out in California who wrote multiple offers, and he's saying he's not getting anything done. One house, he wrote an offer that was $50,000 over the asking value. They didn't even get it. Another house. Now remember, this is California, higher prices, okay? Wrote an offer, $70,000 over the list price. Didn't get it because of the multiple offers. In both cases, guess what the seller did? they set the price just below what the going rate was for houses, or going rate, you know what I mean. So they got multiple offers, people thinking about getting a bargain. I got an example from a few years ago. Client called me up and she says, I just found this bargain. I've got to get into this house. And I'm like, well, give me the address. So I look it up and I'm like, there's something wrong here. It's priced too low. So something's wrong with it. Oh, I got to get in. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be my house and everything. I'm like, let me contact the other agent. So I call him up, call her up. Her name was Alicia. We used to work together at another brokerage. I go like, hey, I'm looking at this house over here that you got, and you got it listed. It seems a bit low. I'm like, she's like, yeah, I got 80 offers on it. 80 offers? Wow. And she's like, yeah, most of them are above not the list price, which was low, but above what the market price was. And she goes, so I'm like, okay, great. And I had a client wanting to call you up on this. And she was like, Eric, you know the deal. You price a house lower to get more offers to make more money. It's like magic, it works. If you don't believe me, price your house low, but put in a contract with the agent that your bottom line is, X amount. You're not required to accept an offer, okay? Especially if you put that in the contract. You're saying, I am pricing my house for $390,000 even though it's worth $400,000, because you're looking for that higher price from the multiple offers. And right now, if you underprice a house, just by a small amount, people are going to crawl out the woodwork putting offers in. About the only problem you're going to have is not only fighting them off and trying to choose which one's the best offer. What happens if the offer's so far over that it doesn't appraise? That's what you're going to be fighting for. So keep that in mind. Let's see. Now here in Las Vegas, it's not as big of a deal as some parts of the country, but you need to sell where the people are. Most people are buying during the spring and the summer. This year, we had this little pandemic thing that kind of froze a few people out. They kind of lost their jobs a little bit. They didn't really lose them. They just went on furlough and everything. Well, guess what? That affected their ability, but now they're going back to work. The banks, once they go back to work, will lend for them. So if the banks are lending now, they can buy houses that they couldn't buy in the spring. Housing market is saturated right now, not with houses, with buyers. So you need to strike while the iron is hot. If you're listing your house in November, there's a possibility you may get less money. I'm not lie. Last November I listed like 4 houses, and they all sold at asking price and above, but the asking price for all but one were set properly. One, for some odd reason, it was overpriced and actually went for more than that asking price, which was overpriced. And there was some skullduggery going on. I'm not going to mention it. And it appraised. It should not have, but hey, sometimes things happen. So strike while the iron is hot. You don't want to be listing during the holidays if you can get away from it. The only advantage to listing during the holidays is one that they never talk about. People who are out between Thanksgiving and Christmas aren't looking at houses for grins and giggles. They're looking at houses because they have to buy a house. No ifs, ands, or buts. So you will get more serious offers, so you're not wasting your time with a bunch of looky-loos who are completely unqualified, refuse to go and get a pre-approval from a lender, and they will look until they find what they want, and they'll waste your time while you're cleaning a house. So you don't have to clean as much during the holidays. That is one of the cool parts, especially if you occupy your home. Next one, skimping on the listing photos and some other things. Now, we've come into a digital world, and it's gotten more digital. You have got to have the most pictures, the most beautiful pictures, I hate to say it, the Photoshop pictures. They need to be there. Yes, they do. And if you don't, here's what happens. Everyone's gone with this little finger. And they like to stop on the beautiful pictures. And the ones that have the most pictures, show up first. So don't let your agent get away with taking 10 photos, 5 photos. Oh, they're good. No, they're not. You need to have 35 photos. In Las Vegas now, Las Vegas Association of Realtors, they have changed the number that we can put in there. 50. That matches Zillow. So make sure you have as many in there because your search will go higher. Next thing. One thing to think about is digital tours, the 3D tours. Those are very popular right now. And what's really cool, Zillow actually, if you use the Zillow tour thing, they will prioritize your listing. Let's be honest. Not going to lie. Agents love to hate to love Zillow. Guess what? It's where the action is. And if you have a house out there, it needs to be represented properly in Zillow. Not only with all the photos that you can put on there, there also needs to be that 3D tour. So ask your agent if they have the ability to get that 3D tour done. And if they do, take care of that, because Zillow is going to prioritize your listing. And that's what you want, to get all of those people in there bidding on your listing. Next, make sure you have your proper insurance. And another one, don't think you can hide a problem. Guess what? They're going to hire an inspector. So unless the inspector is Mr. Magoo, they're going to see the problem you're trying to hide. They're going to see the problem that you tried to cover up and paint over. Because guess what? Behind those walls that you painted, they can see behind the walls with FLIR guns. The modern inspector carries a FLIR gun. They're going to see that stuff. Oh, you got a little leak under the sink? I'm going to just patch it up. Think I'm going to get away with it? Guess what? Your baseboard is wet. They get to see that. And now you look like you've covered up something. And guess what? In the state of Nevada, if you try to cover up something, they later find out about it, they can sue you for the damages. Times 1, 2, 3. Treble damages. You don't want to do that, okay? Always be prepared for the sale. Stage your home as much as you can. Go in there. You need to make sure your home is ready for the buyers. You need to keep it clean. I hate to say that. We all live a certain way. When we get our real estate photos taken, we take them a certain way, and then we go back to the way we live. For a short period of time, if you do everything right, your house will be sold in a week or two. Just keep it clean for that week or two. Get everything done. Declutter. You know what? You can go down to all of the storage places in town the first month, and there's no continuing contract. It's like $40, $50. Take all of that clutter, take it out. You had to pack anyway. Go ahead and pack that stuff away. Take them down, and don't do any of this, please excuse our mess. Take that stuff down storage. Get that house sold. Depersonalize your house. Because people, when they start looking at your pictures, they stop thinking about that house being their house, and they think about it being your home. Fewer people are going to make offers on the house. You got to accommodate your buyers. If you want to do this, I only want the house shown Monday through Fridays from 1 to 4, and I have to be here and all this stuff. House ain't going to sell. Just a little tweak of these people who love to be there because they have something special they need to show the buyer. Those are the ones that don't sell. I had a client one time. They actually said they had trust issues and didn't trust people in their house. Finally, and the house didn't sell for 6 months. I took over and I went, you have to get over your trust issues and you want this house sold, right? Yeah. Okay, so you need to leave the house. House was sold in 8 days.
Wow!
You need to get away because when you start talking, only thing you're doing is hurting yourself. As much as you think you're helping, you're hurting. I have yet to see a sale that happened with any of my clients where the seller stayed behind and engaged the buyer. I have yet to see it. Number one thing, get out. If you don't trust anyone, I'm going to tell you a little secret that other folks ain't going to tell you. You can put cameras in your house. if you really don't trust people, trust me, a lot of folks got cameras in their houses. You can do it. It doesn't cost much. Figure out what your bottom line is. You need to really be honest about that, and be honest with yourself and your agent and what your motivations are. This is what it's going to take to get your house sold. So I hope you enjoyed this week, Casual Thursday, and get more videos like this out every single week. I'm doing 2 videos a week now. I may be expanding to 3, and I may have a little series that'll come out that's going to be like little extra stuff, that's going to go beyond some of the stuff I promised. And it's going to cover dirty little secrets of real estate and lending. All the stuff you really need to know. It's going to be like a mass magician kind of thing, where I'm going to cover all these things that real estate agents and lenders don't want you to know.
Oh, no!
And at least that way you're more educated and ready to go. So if you like what you see, click that subscribe button, like this content, leave me a comment, and hit that bell notification. Help Big Brother out, okay? See you guys later.